Yeah, yeah. Skipping Series Station is the best part of this category.
I think the best part of the category is Lava Dive.
Oh, dive, huh?
Yeah, there's also opportunity for like 3 different gate glitches depending on the route you choose. There's a lot of cool stuff. There's 2 competitive routes for this, actually. And that's another exciting thing. It's a less optimized category than a lot of other categories.
Just yesterday, I saw Fuzda use the gravity route, and I think so far, otherwise, we've kind of seen the Varia route in this tournament. So, it'll be interesting to see what these runners choose.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I kind of expect both runners to take the Varia route, but if one of them elects to do gravity, I know Kishumo has a good amount of any percent experience. And so maybe he'll choose to do like the new route any percent approach and go over and do Fantoon first and get gravity.
Discussion
Oh,
about which route is optimal. I think most of the times on the leaderboard right now are using the Varia route, but up for debate.
yeah, it's not confirmed which one is actually optimal. I've heard estimates that if you can do a 2 round Doppler Fantoon and nice down back for the morph ball there from SuperNinTaylor, um, getting it pretty cleanly. But I've heard estimates that the gravity route should be faster if you can do a clean Fantoon and CWJ. But most players are running the Varia route because it's safer, easier, quicker for them. That's what I run.
Well, it's kind of, choose your punishment, because if you do the gravity route, you need to do the moat and early Fantoon. And if you don't do the gravity route, then you have to do Suitless Meridia, and your ammo is different and your energy is different, and um, yeah, it's pretty different. Listed, have we explained what the mini bosses are? I wasn't here for the first moment.
Nah, but there are 5 mini bosses that the runners will have to kill to complete their objectives for this, and the order is up to them. They'll have to do Bomb Chorizo first by requirement, but then in some order they'll have to fight Spore Spawn. They'll have to go do Crocomire and Botwoon and Golden Chorizo. So they'll have to go into Meridia and into Lower Norfair at some point.
Yeah, and for anyone who hasn't seen this category before, uh, it truly just means that you defeat the mini bosses and that's it. So these runners don't have to complete the game. They don't have to go to Torian or fight Mother Brain, and there's no requirement to defeat any of the major bosses. But both of the routes involve one major boss just to get one of the suits.
Yeah, doing a full suitless mini boss RTA. I don't know. I imagine it's possible. It's definitely not efficient.
So
But
Gishmo's at the first mini boss here, Bomb Chorizo.
yeah, and I guess I want to point out with both of these runners, both kind of fairly new to the community. Kishmo's been running for about 5 to 6 months only, and already has a 49 in any percent, which is super impressive. And SuperNinTaylor actually just started running Super Metroid within the past week. Signed up for this tournament and started grinding.
Yeah, and props to him for signing up for the tournament. I mean, this is actually kind of a good way to force yourself to learn all these different categories. Is just to jump right in, and multi-category tournament requires a lot.
Yeah, I have a lot of respect for any runner who is willing to take on this tournament, especially some of the newer players that we have running. It is very impressive and daunting to take on a 5 category tournament, especially as diverse as these categories are.
I did notice. I checked out SuperNinTaylor's Twitch channel, and I noticed that it seems like he speed runs A Link to the Past. So he's not a stranger to Super Nintendo speedrunning, and I think he's in Link to the Past Rando tournament, and I think he's got a pretty good any percent time in that. So just kind of for Metroid community a little bit.
Yeah, he actually taught me a lot about A Link to the Past randomizer when I was learning that a few months ago. Has I think a 135 in any percent NMG, pushing toward a 130. So clearly a very skilled gamer. Just getting his feet under him here in Super Metroid, though, and picking it up as a speed game.
Mo with a nice mock ball to get the early supers. And NinTaylor.
Yeah, opting out of Alcatraz.
Yeah, I thought about it for a second there and opted out.
I don't blame him. It saves about 8 seconds. It's, it's a lower priority thing, even though it happens in all of these runs. You have to really prioritize what you're going to learn early on. But Kishumo making his way cleanly over toward Big Pink here. Having a pretty clean run so far.
Pretty close to the second mini-boss already, which is going to be Spore Spawn.
And so here we see him jump through the door and go up. This is the first divergence that is major in this category from a lot of the other categories we're going to see. We're going to visit Spore Spawn here.
And Kishumo is trying to an ammo drop here. Okay, there was a super drop.
Yeah. Interesting that he's heading in with 2 and 4, so that'll be enough. He'll have to farm at least 1 missile drop from the spores here in order to have enough ammo, but that shouldn't be a problem.
I like going in with this ammo, as long as you've got 3 supers. So for anyone who doesn't know, Spore Spawn actually takes the same amount of damage that Kraid does, so you can finish off Spore Spawn with 3 supers and 1 regular missile. The important thing is enter with 3 supers.
Yeah, I mean, you could do the all-missile 2-round that you use in Spore Spawn RTA, but the super kill is just much easier. And SuperNinTaylor getting his early supers. And the quick drop.
NinTaylor, yeah. Spore Spawn is actually kind of a deceptively tough boss to do quickly. It's like relatively easy boss to defeat, but kind of tough to do fast.
Yeah, Spore Spawn has 960 HP if I remember right, so 40 fewer than Kraid. I see some conjecture in chat. Kraid has 1,000 HP, so you need to hit them with roughly the same combination of ammo, assuming that you're using missiles and super. Sorry, FPS?
They were different, 960 versus 1,000.
Yeah, functionally it's roughly the same thing, because we're almost always using missiles and supers to kill them both.
All right, and we've currently got both runners in the same room right now, so got a close
high
one.
Five. See if gets his moonfall here. This is a tricky moonfall to get, but I like it. He went for it, kind of, and didn't quite get it. And SuperNinTaylor landing a round 1 super. It looks like he's setting up for a 3-round kill here. So that'll be a time save and may help get him to catch up a little bit, make up some of that time that was lost on the climb.
And I noticed that NinTaylor entered with 4 super missiles, so that's nice to have. I was about to say I thought Kishumo was skipping charge missiles, but that's kind of, there are a lot of little decisions like that you have to make. Like, do you get that missile pack? Missile packs are you going to get over the course of the run?
And a 4-round Spore Spawn there for SuperNinTaylor, so both runners have 2 mini-bosses down now. 3 more to go. But yeah, there are a lot of options in this run. I've seen players get or not get Spazer, get or not get charge missiles, even get or not get Wave Beam, all in the Varia route, let alone the gravity route.
Yeah, and I used to skip Spazer, and I know you and I talked about that, and you converted me to getting Spazer in this category. I think it's a good call, but it all depends on individual runner preference.
Yeah, I personally am not consistent and fast enough for the for Suitless Meridia to go without Spazer. It's just much easier for me to get the enemies frozen up there.
Kishumo making the choice, heading up Red Tower, heading over to Wreck Ship, it looks like.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I'm pretty sure we're going to see some route divergence from this point. So it'll be tough for us to assess who is in the lead. Kishumo should, assuming he is going to get gravity, have a faster Meridia by virtue of not needing to do suitless.
Oh, and he did get to Red Tower first, so this plays out.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think his 4927. I think he had, for any percent, his comment said something to the effect of no more KPDR. So he may be working on new route, and so may have sufficient experience to attempt this.
I like that safety save that Kishumo just did before Fantoon.
Oh yeah, suitless Fantoon can go wrong in a hurry. So hopefully we'll see a nice clean Fantoon fight from Kishumo. And so I see in chat, what are all the mini bosses coming up again? So both runners have already finished Bomb Terizo and Spore Spawn, and we'll be seeing them also have to kill 3 more mini bosses. They'll have to do Crocomire, they'll have to do Gold Terizo, and they'll have to do Botwoon.
All right, and then Taylor picking up Spazer.
And Kishumo headed in for the CWJ, getting a nice indoor setup with Moonwalk. Normally, without Moonwalk, you would have to do this with morph turnarounds. But I think
I like that.
I
like that
frame
Moonwalk
early
setup
on this. So yeah, see if he goes for the DBJ. Oh, and getting it first try. That was a
Very
nice
yeah.
DBJ moat crossing from Kishumo. They're making his way into Kraid's lair and getting the wall jump entry there. Yeah. The requirement for this run is to just kill all the mini bosses. So, for instance, SuperNinTaylor appears to be doing the Varia route, which that will kill Botwoon last. His run will end when Botwoon's drops appear, and I believe Kishumo's run will end when GT's drops appear, assuming that the boss order he's using is what I think it is.
Fantoon treats Kishumo today.
Let's see what patterns he's gonna get. Looks like we're headed for a right slow, but could be
major
a mid.
boss. 2 major bosses happening at the same time.
Oh, we got a right mid for the first round, and see how the Doppler is. Nice little 3 missile Doppler there from Kishumo for round 1. See if SuperNinTaylor can get the Kraid quick kill. Oh, we got 2 in, but just a little early on that shot. Let's see what round 2 has in store for Kishumo here.
Taylor is finishing off Kraid.
Oh, Kishumo needs to be careful. One more hit and oh. Ooh, Fantoon.
That's rough. Yeah. Yeah, I think Kishumo had 39 health, and that hit does 40 damage.
Yeah, I saw him playing really conservatively there with the Fantoon pattern. Then I saw his health, and I said, "Oh gosh."
It looked like he tried to shoot a lot of the flames, like hoping for a health drop, and it looked like they all dropped missiles. So,
yeah,
he tried to get some health drops. It just didn't help out.
Yeah, but thankfully he took that red tower save there by alpha power bombs and is going to be on his way back in. And he got the wrecked ship entry cleanly the first time. So we'll get to see another nice CWJ DBJ entry.
Taylor goes for the Kraid tank.
And I expect him to. I think that, again, it's a good safety to have, especially as a newer runner. But even in my mini boss runs, I'll get this. It gives you more health for lava dive. It gives you more health for GT, and GT hits hard.
Yeah, I think for a race setting, it's a good call.
Kishumo having a little bit more trouble on the entry this time. I know, once you take that first death, the nerves can kind of set in. You get a little frustrated. So hopefully he's keeping cool and collected, and gonna get it here soon. His setups look nice. He's got the frame. That's a little early, and he backed off of it. Good call.
So NinTaylor is going to be collecting some items here in Upper Norfair, and I expect that his next mini boss is probably going to be Crocomire.
Yeah, I expect we'll see SuperNinTaylor do Crocomire, then save prior to Lava Dive, probably on the way out of Crocomire, then head for GT, and then head up to Meridia to do Botwoon. Whereas Kishumo, with Gravity, is probably going to clean up Meridia first, and then, or I should probably do Crocomire to get Grapple, then go do Botwoon. Maybe do Gravity Jumps. I actually don't know the early Gravity route that well. I haven't thought that much about it.
If you do Gravity Route, I don't think you actually get Grapple.
Yeah, I think that you just can Gravity Jump around. I was trying to think of how you're going to move in Meridia, but I think Gravity Jumping is probably going to be faster. I should probably learn the Gravity route for Mini Boss. But Kishumo just having a little bit of trouble, so chat, give Kishumo your strength right now. Will him through this wrecked ship entry. This is non-trivial.
I would say that the moat is almost like another mini boss.
Yeah, this coupled with Phantoon is why most runners pursue the early Varia route, why most of the leaderboard times are early Varia. It's specifically for this part of the run.
There are some advantages. Gravity route, you also, besides having the protection of Gravity Suit and the movement that Gravity Suit gives you underwater, I think this route also gives you some options for more super missiles. The wreck ship has 2 extra super packs if you want them.
Oh yeah, I hadn't even thought of that. And there he goes, nailing his DBJ, making it through. Let's hope that Phantoon treats him better this time. Those missile
Taylor
drops
is working on what some would consider another mini boss, which is the Cack attack at the top of Bubble Mountain.
Oh yeah, that King Cack is the true boss of Upper Norfair.
Sort of the moat of Upper Norfair, if you will.
But yeah, Bubble Mountain is one of those tricks that, starting out, early runners tend to have trouble with it, and then even experienced runners, like, this room can just go badly. But heading up to get his speed booster. It's something he will need for the GT exit, unless he wants to do infinite bomb jumping. And so that's one of the main reasons to pick this up in this category. It's not just a movement item.
It does also, yeah, and it also helps in a couple of other places, like doing the good running jump on the way to Grapple Beam. Helps you just kind of moving around through Upper Norfair to kind of take Croc Speedway if you want to.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of
Taylor,
when you would go through Croc Speedway, but Kishumo has made it back to Phantoon. So hopefully we'll see a successful Phantoon fight. Nice right fast and good handling of pattern. Got, I think, 6 on that first cycle, so
very nice first round
to go. And 5 there, so that's 1,100 to Phantoon. Should be 1,400 left. So probably a 4 round here. Yeah, it looks like he should have a 4-round, and SuperNinTaylor going for his first gate glitch headed over to Batwoon. This is a blue gate glitch, so he could get wave and go around it, but using missiles to get that gate glitch, going to farm up some ammo. Good on ammo, going to head down to Batwoon,
Very
and
nice.
nice Fantoon from Kishumo.
I was finishing that fight with a lot of energy left over. Very nice.
Yeah, the last major hurdle, whether he decides to pick up some supers, is heading up through Attic and then the Spike Room over to Bowling. And SuperNinTaylor on his third mini-boss now, taking out Crocomire. This is a very interesting race so far. Choosing to switch over to Spazer Charge.
With the different routes, it's number of super misses to the fight. That's good.
Yeah, we saw once he got that blue gate glitch, he went back and farmed up those Zebs there, right by that blue gate that were coming out of the lava. Got a couple super drops and some missiles to make sure he had sufficient ammo if he wanted for, I guess, for Croc, but then also that's going to help shorten his farm headed over for the lava dive as well. Getting his 4th E-tank here.
And Kishumo did another safety save. I don't blame him. I think, this is where it's nice to have a safety save.
Yeah, I like taking that safety save there for Kishumo, especially, I could see with the trouble he had the first time with Fantoon and then the wreck ship re-entry, maybe feeling like he was behind and needing to press and like make up time and skip. But I like that he took the save because this Spike Room, right now he has enough health to take 2 hits, but not a third because it deals 60 per hit. So unless he gets some health here, he'll have to get it in 2 jumps.
Oh, no health dropping from them.
No health. Yeah, he's farming, looking for it, but and it's good that he's cognizant of that. And okay, now he's good for a 3rd hit. That's good. And SuperNinTaylor going to get power bombs, skipping the Zeb drops there. And Kishumo making it through, only taking the 2 hits. That was a nice bowling from him.
It's worth it to make sure that you have enough energy for potentially 3 hits, but it is nice when you make it across with 2.
Yeah, in a race situation, unless you're supremely confident, making sure that you've got the 3 hits to give for that room is a very good decision. It was a shame he got bad drops there through the entry, but it was good to see him keep with it and keep farming until he got the health he needed. SuperNinTaylor about to get his grapple beam. And Kishumo with a nice Ripper D-boost here on the wreck ship exit. Looking like he's definitely got some new route familiarity.
Almost had the mock ball. Yeah, I've had that happen when you kind of make the jump a little too far and kind of bump into the wall there. Just for swag, though, it doesn't really make too much of a time difference.
And SuperNinTaylor getting some wall jumps here out of Croc. Back up. Got a little bit of a boost there on that door on his way back up. And we'll see if he takes this save here by Croc. I'd like to see this safety save taken before the lava dive.
Yeah, I agree, and I like this save station right here. I think it's very convenient.
I saw him hop up onto that platform, and I got a little worried, but he went back down for it.
Yeah.
And Kishumo making his way down Red Tower very cleanly. Some nice downbacks through there. I'm very impressed by the skill Kishumo has as a player, just in general movement and the amount of work that he's put into this game. Again, he's only been running this for 5 or 6 months.
But both of these runners are displaying some really nice movement. The difference in routes is so interesting because SuperNinTaylor only has 2 mini bosses left, and Kishumo has 3 mini bosses left. But Kishumo has Gravity Suit, which is going to allow him to move through Meridia faster. So
yeah, I think we're in for a very interesting run, or late race here. It depends, of course, how Lava Dive goes for SuperNinTaylor and how Gravity Jump goes for Kishumo. Kishumo right now only 2 E-Tanks, just picking up his second one. So, fingers crossed for SuperNinTaylor's Lava Dive. Hopefully he doesn't do what I did yesterday and beef it a bunch. But so far so good, and Kishumo getting his high jump boots.
yeah, this looks good.
Oh, and a bonk. But he's got enough health for another try, and that Namahe shot is probably going to put a nail in this one, but he's going for it. Oh? Oh, and he's through.
Very nice. Very nice. Oh, he's doing a little celebration dance up at the top.
That is a clench first try.
Yeah.
And
the safety save. Good.
I hope he knows about the health refill on his way into GT.
Should be fine here. I mean, he'll have to be a little bit careful in the green gate glitch room because of the lava, but 30 energy should be fine if he can make it to that refill station.
Yeah, the only risks are the rippers and falling into the acid, really. And this space pirate in the next room, if you get too close, he can kick you. But you only ever need to have that happen once. It's a very preventable thing. And we'll see how SuperNinTaylor approaches his green gate glitch. He was asking questions about this one yesterday, so I know he was practicing it.
Yeah, this is a big trick for 2 of the categories in this tournament.
He got his blue gate glitch earlier, so 2 to go. Oh, and
there it is.
By the skin of his teeth, he is persisting here in all of these tricks. This is really nice to see. And I like this decision to spend the extra power bomb just to get these rippers out of the way.
30 energy.
Supers.
He's not quite low enough to get health bombed by the rippers. Okay, he's through. He's through.
He's going to be entering GT with slightly low health, but or slightly low supers rather. But I think that this is very good for SuperNinTaylor as a new player. He's just he's been doing excellently, and Kishumo already into Meridia.
All right, so the Golden Terizo fight is very interesting in this category. We're going to see some, I expect we're going to see some grapple beam usage.
And I actually really like that setup there, sort of sitting as a morph ball on GT's toe and getting him to jump back right away. But it looks like, yeah, he is going for that grapple farm. Unfortunately, he took a hit, and so getting a little health bombed there, but getting into position. And ideally with GT, you can get 4 shots in per cycle for each super he grabs. So, for instance, you have 10 shots or 10 supers max. You can land 8 hits. GT has 13,500 health, and so 2 full cycles of 15 supers is more than enough to kill if he'd gotten the super pack from GT.
I feel like the drops are not really cooperating with these runners in this race. I feel like the RNG is not on their side.
Yeah, that was a nice second cycle there from SuperNinTaylor for the supers, taking a little bit of a hit there at the beginning, but yeah, the drops are getting better. But GT drops are my least favorite part of this category. And Kishumo onto Batwoon. 5 needs 10 shots. Not quite the one round.
I didn't see how many supers Kishumo entered the fight with. Hard shots here. Oh no, that was it.
That was a very nice Batwoon there for Kishumo with needing to complete with missiles.
Yeah, there were no charge shots needed. Kishumo was going to get the E-Tank.
I like that call. And SuperNinTaylor has survived the nastiest of the mini-boss fights here. And he got the charge there, the short charge for the Batwoon or the GT exit.
And he picked up Screw Attack earlier, so getting through the Rippers is going to be very easy. Another one of those sort of comfort items or safety items for this category. It's optional, but it's not bad to have.
Yeah, we'll see how SuperNinTaylor does here. Looks like he's maybe a little perplexed here on the exit, but okay, now he's gonna take a hit from that space pirate, unfortunately. No, he didn't get hit. That's nice. I was sure he was gonna take that hit with that guy falling on top of him.
I think with this number of E-Tanks, I think Energy should be in a good situation.
Yeah. SuperNinTaylor coming up on a feature of this route for mini-boss that you don't see in too many runs, a reverse lava dive. So we'll see how he handles this, but he's taken his safety save before. I think that's another good call. And Kishumo, only Crocomire and GT left.
Yeah, and NinTaylor on his way to the final mini-boss, Batwoon.
I honestly don't know who is ahead right now. This is a race. And SuperNinTaylor getting the reverse lava dive done.
Runners take some safety saves in this category. I think this category it can be a deadly one. So I think in a race, these safety saves are a good idea.
And I got nothing. Yeah, I was correct that it is a race. I'm glad that TG Derp has backed me up on that one.
You mean these two are racing each other?
Yeah, Fusta pointing out the silliness of things that we say, or Andrew pointing out the silliness of things we say. Thank you. Not wrong.
Oh wait, did Crocomire, right? No, Kishumo didn't.
Kishumo has not yet done Crocomire. So I'm not sure what Kishumo's doing. Oh, it looks like he's heading back up. He was thinking about maybe doing GT first. Maybe he forgot Croc for a second. It looks like he's remembered though, and is headed back over.
And NinTaylor picking up Ice Beam, which is going to be required for this route because of the Suitless Meridia portion.
It looks like SuperNinTaylor's trying to set up for an ice exit. I think that one platform, yeah, it's just a little far away. But he's headed for Suitless Meridia. We'll see if he gets the entrance. Kishmo on to his fourth mini-boss. Both runners will soon have one mini-boss left to complete.
All right, Crocomire is taking a dip in the jacuzzi.
Yeah, SuperNinTaylor using the 100% backup of holding a charge and then releasing the charge and just continuing, or holding the charge and continuing to hold down his morph ball to bomb out the ceiling. Well, releasing jump there, unfortunately, for his Meridia entry. Almost had it. But yeah, forgetting he had screw attack. But that's, absolutely reasonable. And Kishmo making his way over to his lower Norfair entry in the GT fight.
So one of the nice things about having Spazer here is, compared to not having it, is that these crabs and fish require fewer shots. So I think it's 4 shots to freeze a crab and 5 shots to freeze a fish.
That's correct. With Ice Spazer. And I think it's 1 fewer if he'd picked up Wave for each, so it would be 3 and 4 for the crab and fish, respectively.
Kishmo setting up for the gravity jump. Oh, and for a moment here, we have both players without gravity suit on.
And we'll see if that fish is in a good spot. It's close. Oh, and SuperNinTaylor gets past the arguably worst part of Main Street.
How recently did you say NinTaylor started speedrunning this? Because I would never have guessed, because this is a very solid run.
Yeah, I think he started speedrunning Super Metroid about 5 days ago. He's been putting in some work on it, though. He's definitely better than I was at 5 days. Kishmo onto the green gate glitch. And looking like he is favored to take this one down, but we'll see how things go here in the next couple minutes.
NinTaylor just barely missed that grapple shot.
We'll see how SuperNinTaylor is with his grapple jumps here, if he decides to use them. And yep, there we go. Some nice grapple jumping. Interesting to get the GT supers, even with 15 supers already. I guess that reduces the farming load. Probably saves time.
Makes you rely on RNG a little bit less.
Yeah, he's... Oh, and without Grapple Beam, the farm here is a little more dangerous. I hadn't even thought of that until just seeing it.
Nice ice shield usage.
Yeah, that is a nice ice shield. And he should be set up to complete the fight. I think this is enough damage. Oh, maybe not. And SuperNinTaylor getting his grapple jumps here in Aqueduct. That is a hard grapple jump. But there it goes. GT is dead for Kishmo. And Kishmo has finished in first place with an official SRL time of 39 minutes and 25 seconds. GG Kishmo, that was a very nice run, and very good persistence after a pretty costly death from Fantoon. There was
very nice run.
Very nice job.
Run. We're seeing just how close this is. NinTaylor is heading into the final mini boss Batoon.
Yeah, and we're gonna see SuperNinTaylor probably finish up here within the next minute, assuming that Batoon doesn't go completely bonkers. But it is Batoon, and that hitbox is quite a thing.
Having Spazer here. It's another nice thing about optional Spazer pickup.
Yeah, having Spazer and Ice here means that I think each shot is 180 damage. Charge Ice Spazer. But it might be 120. I know I looked at my beam tables the other night and I forget anymore. Yeah, standing in the safe side here for Batoon, and yeah, SuperNinTaylor gotten through okay, and there's the dot done. Has finished with an official SRL time of 41 minutes and 7 seconds. So within 2 minutes, that was a heck of a race. GG to SuperNinTaylor and Kishumo.
GG both runners. This was a really good one.
Yeah, absolutely. It was very cool seeing the two routes come together. They're really diverge, I guess, but how each of them progressed, it was very tough for me to assess who was winning for most of that.
Of course, when this category ends, it's always a little bit anticlimactic because you kind of wait for the drops to appear, and then that's it. It's to roll. There's no Deer Force. It's just
Yeah, there's Deer Force if you want Deer Force. So chat can throw out some Deer Forces for the runners.
Start a new tradition for all mini bosses RTA. Needs something at the end. I don't know. Cool. So let's look at the schedule. What have we got? What else have we got coming up today?
Ooh, let me take a look. Looks like at 8 p.m. tonight Eastern, we have Stray Varus versus Janice Zeal with Stump and Ponk on commentary. And that's actually going to do it for tonight. And then 10 a.m. tomorrow, White Mage Becky versus Mako Bites.
It's very nice. Yeah, I see we have 3 races on the schedule for tomorrow. It looks like 4 races the next day. So there's plenty more Super Metroid coming your way.
And after a great race like that, I would be in error if I didn't remind everyone to go follow the runners. Both Kishumo and SuperNinTaylor. They're both just doing an excellent job at Super Metroid. And I'm sure that there's, if you like this content, there will be more like it. And thankfully, we get to see 5 more races from each of these runners.
I think both of these runners are going to be they're going to be runners to watch out for in this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly, with how new SuperNinTaylor is, I'm super, super stoked to see how he progresses as a runner over the next 6 weeks. I mean, if this is where he is 1 week in, it's gonna be fun to watch the next month and a half. And I mean, Kishumo, with so many reps on any percent, seeing him diversify and play another category and be successful like this with a lot of that any percent skill set, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch too. Yeah, I think that no credits to watch. Nothing else really. But thank you, FBS Fruit Bat Salad, for joining me on commentary.
Yeah,
This has
thank you,
been
Maniacal. I had fun. Everybody go follow Maniacal.
Follow Fruit Bat Salad. He's the better runner of the two of us.
I don't know about that. What maybe we'll face off against each other in the tournament. Who knows?
It would be fun. It would be a pleasure. So,
Fun.
thank you for joining on commentary. I'm glad we had such a great race. Congrats to Kishumo on the win, and congrats to both Kishumo and SuperNinTaylor on some great runs. And thank you, chat, for keeping us in check and reminding us that yes, this is a race.
Gonna do it for us. So GG chat, and I guess we'll see you next mission and all that.